Hey everybody, it's Pastor Hugo. Hey, we are still in Mark's Gospel, Mark 11 through 15 this week. And what I want to focus on today is an event that happens in Mark 14. It's Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane, right before his arrest. And I find this section of the story oddly comforting. Let me read a few verses from chapter 14, starting at verse 34. He said to them, "My soul is very sorrowful, even to death. Remain here and watch." And going a little farther, he fell on the ground and prayed that if it were possible, the hour might pass from him. And he said, "Abba, Father, all things are possible for you. Remove this cup from me, yet not what I will, but what you will." And I find that, as I said, oddly comforting in a couple of ways. One, I find it comforting that Jesus would at times, in his humanity, struggle with the Father's will, the same way we might struggle with whatever God's will is for us. Think about when your kids were small and they may have wanted something, and you knew that it wasn't good for them. There was their will and there was your will, and you, as the one in charge, knew what was best for them, and so you imposed your will on them because that's what was best, and they fought it the whole way. I think sometimes we do that with God. God knows what's best for us. God knows us better than we know ourselves. God loves us more than we love ourselves. And in that knowledge and in that love, God directs our lives and leads us into his will. And sometimes, like little kids, we fight it all the way. Here in Mark 14, we see a case where Jesus was disturbed by the Father's will that he be arrested and crucified. That troubled him. The other thing I find comforting about this is simply the fact that we have this loving God who knows us perfectly, who knows everything perfectly, who knows what's best for us, and he leads us into his will. Even if we fight, even if we don't want it, even if we think we know better than him or our way is better than his way, he still leads us gently and perfectly into that perfect will. Let's keep that one in mind this week, that God continues to love us, continues to guide us, and his will for our lives is perfect, and it's based in his perfect love for us. That's it for this week. Next week, we'll dig into the book of Acts, so I look forward to joining you in that. Have a great week. Bye-bye.